Hello, and welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you for having me.
We are so happy you are joining us today.
We really are. We have a very useful lesson prepared for you.
Today, we are going to talk about a major challenge, a challenge that many people face in the modern business world.
Yes. We are talking about how to lead a team effectively, even when everyone is working from their homes or different locations.
It certainly has changed completely in the last few years.
It has.
We have so much technology now. We have video calls, instant messages, and even artificial intelligence.
We do.
It makes me wonder about something fundamental. In a world of technology and AI, what is the role of the human leader? Do we still need human leaders?
Well, that is the most important question we can ask. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
In fact, we need human leaders more than ever before. You see, AI cannot lead a team. A computer program cannot build trust.
Only a human can do that.
Exactly. Only a human. To lead a remote team, you need special tools. But these are not software tools. These are human tools.
Human tools.
Yes. We call them soft skills and emotional intelligence.
Soft skills and emotional intelligence. Those are interesting terms I think many of you listening have heard of.
Heard of IQ? Yeah.
Exactly. But you were talking about EQ. Can you explain the difference for us? What is EQ?
Certainly. Let us look at IQ first. IQ is usually about technical intelligence.
Okay.
It measures how much you know or how well you solve logic problems. For a long time, business focused only on IQ. But EQ is different. EQ stands for emotional intelligence.
So it is about emotions and feelings.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is the ability to understand your own feelings. And even more importantly, it is the ability to understand the feelings of other people.
I see.
If you have high EQ, you can guide your team in a human way. You do not just manage tasks, you manage people.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
But why is this so critical for remote work specifically? Why is EQ more important online than offline?
Think about a physical office. When you are in an office, you can see people. You can see if they are smiling. You can see if they look tired or stressed. You can stop by their desk to say hello. You get so much information just by looking at them.
But in a remote world,
you cannot do that.
that is true. I cannot see my colleagues right now. I only see their names on a screen.
Exactly. Therefore, a leader with high EQ is necessary. They must work harder to build trust. They must find new ways to keep people motivated without face-to-face contact.
Right.
They have to use their emotional intelligence to fill the gap that distance creates.
What happens if a leader does not have this emotional intelligence? What happens if they only focus on the work and ignore the feelings?
That is dangerous in a remote team. Without EQ, team members begin to feel like they're just numbers.
Numbers, like parts of a machine.
Yes. And when people feel this way, their performance drops. They stop trying hard. But with EQ, they feel safe. They feel safe to speak up. They feel safe to try new ideas.
I see. So EQ helps people feel safe and valued. Now let us talk about the specific skills. You mentioned soft skills. If I am a manager working from home, what soft skills should I practice every day?
There are a few essential ones. You need to practice communication, you need active listening, you need empathy, and you need conflict resolution.
Let us talk about conflict resolution first. I imagine conflict is different online. Does it happen more often or less often?
It actually happens very easily online. This is because of something called negative bias.
Negative bias. What does that mean?
It means that when we read a text message or an email, our brain often thinks it is more negative than it really is.
Yeah.
If you send a short message, the other person might think you are angry.
I have experienced that. I read an email and thought the person was rude, but they were just busy.
Exactly. That is negative bias. In a physical office, you can hear my voice, you can see my smile, you know I am not angry.
But online, you cannot see that.
So a leader must be very careful. A leader must be able to solve these misunderstandings.
How does a leader solve them?
A leader must stay calm. They should not ignore the problem. They must listen to both sides of the argument. Usually the best thing to do is to stop typing and start talking.
Stop typing and start talking.
Yes, a video call can solve a problem that 100 emails cannot.
That is great advice. You also mentioned adaptability. Why is that important for a remote leader?
The world changes fast. Tools change. Time zones change. Priorities change. If the leader panics, the team panics.
That makes sense.
A leader must be adaptable. A calm leader gives the team a stable feeling. We often say the leader is like an anchor in a storm.
An anchor in a storm. That is a beautiful image. Even when things are uncertain, the team feels safe because the leader is calm.
Exactly.
Let us move on to another challenge. Sometimes a leader needs the team to do something difficult. Maybe they need to use a new, difficult software. How do you get them to do it without just ordering them?
You are talking about persuasion. This is an art form. Persuasion means guiding people to say yes without pressure or fear.
Right.
You do not want to force them. You want them to agree willingly.
How do you do that? What is the technique?
The most important technique is to explain the why.
The why?
Yes. Do not just tell them what to do. Tell them why it matters. For example, imagine you must use a new tool on Monday. Do not say, you must use this tool Monday. That feels like an order.
It does. It feels bossy. I would not like that.
Instead, explain the benefit. Say, this tool will save you time. Or this tool will reduce your stress. Or perhaps learning this tool will help your career in the future.
I see. You connect the task to a benefit for them. You show them how it helps them personally.
Precisely. You must also know your audience. If you are talking to a very analytical person, share data. Show them the numbers.
Okay.
But if you are talking to a very social person, highlight how it helps the team work together. Adjust your message to the person listening.
That is very clever. It shows you are thinking about them, not just yourself. This connects to what you said earlier about empathy.
Yes. Empathy is the heart of leadership.
But again, it is hard to be empathetic when you are not in the same room.
Yeah.
How can I tell if someone is stressed if I only see them on a screen for 30 minutes a week?
It is very hard. Distance hides body language. You cannot see if their shoulders are tight. You cannot see if they look exhausted. This requires empathy. You must be proactive.
Proactive means taking action, right? What action should I take?
You must ask questions. But not just, how are you? We all say, I am fine, automatically. It is a habit. You must ask, how are you really doing?
How are you really doing?
Duh.
That is a small change, but it sounds powerful.
Yes. And then you must wait. Wait for a real answer. Listen to the silence. Listen to the tone of their voice. This is called reading their digital body language.
Digital body language. That is a fascinating concept.
It is essential. You must also remember that your workers have lives. They have families. They have responsibilities at home.
That is true. When we work from home, our office is in our house. The lines are blurred.
Correct. A good leader respects that. They respect that a sick child or a noisy neighbor affects work. Research shows that high empathy leads to high performance.
Really?
It also leads to better retention. That means people stay at the company longer. So empathy is not just nice, it is practical. It is good for business.
That is a powerful point. Kindness is good for business. I want to make this very practical for you listening. Can we walk through some real-world scenarios? I want to ask you how to handle specific situations.
I would love to. Let us look at some common situations.
Okay. Scenario A, the one-on-one meeting. I am a manager meeting with one employee on a video call. How should I start?
Do not dive straight into tasks. Do not open your spreadsheet immediately. Start by asking about their week. Ask how they are feeling.
Okay.
Listen to them for a few minutes. This helps you gauge their energy level. It builds a human connection before the work begins.
That sounds much better than just asking for a report immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, scenario B. I have a team member who is very quiet. We're in a big video meeting and they never speak. What should I do?
Do not put them on the spot. Do not say, hey, why are you quiet? That is scary. Instead, send them a private message. Invite them to share their ideas in writing.
Ah, I see.
Maybe they prefer to write an email. Then later, you can thank them publicly for their idea. This builds their confidence.
That is very gentle. I like that. Scenario C. A mistake happens. A project is late, or there is an error. I am frustrated. What should I do?
This is a test of your soft skills. Do not blame anyone. Do not ask, whose fault is this? Instead, focus on the obstacle.
The obstacle.
Ask what blocked our progress. Remove the obstacle. Discuss what the team can learn so it does not happen again. This creates something called psychological safety.
Psychological safety. That means feeling safe to make a mistake without being punished, correct?
Exactly. If people are afraid to make mistakes, they will hide them. If they feel safe, they will fix them.
Focus on the solution, not the person. That is great advice. Finally, scenario D. We are all lonely working from home. How do I build a social connection?
You must plan for it. In an office, social moments happen by accident. You meet in the kitchen. You meet at the coffee machine.
Yes, I missed that.
Remote work has no accidents. You must schedule virtual coffee breaks. You can play a game online for 10 minutes. You must create space for people to connect as humans, not just as workers.
Those are excellent suggestions. They seem simple, but I can see how they would make a big difference. We have covered a lot of ground today.
We have indeed.
Before we move to our vocabulary section, could you summarize the most important points for us?
Of course. Here are the key takeaways from today. Remote leadership requires emotional intelligence to build trust across distances. Soft skills like active listening and conflict resolution prevent misunderstandings in digital communication. Persuasion works better than force when you explain the reasons behind decisions. Finally, empathy is essential for understanding the hidden stress and needs of a remote team.
Thank you. That is a perfect summary. Now, it is time for our vocabulary word tour. We have selected 10 key words from our discussion today. We will define them and give you an example sentence.
This is a great way to remember what we learned.
Let us begin. The first word is intelligence.
Intelligence is the ability to learn and understand. She uses her emotional intelligence to understand her remote team.
The second word is empathy.
Empathy is understanding another person's feelings. His empathy helps new employees feel welcome in online meetings.
Number 3 is persuasion.
Persuasion means changing someone's mind gently. The manager uses gentle persuasion to help the team accept a new tool.
The next word is trust.
Trust is believing someone is honest and reliable. There is more trust in the team when leaders listen and keep promises.
Number 5 is conflict.
Conflict is a disagreement or argument. She resolves conflict on the team by speaking to people one by one.
Next we have motivation.
Motivation is the desire to do things. Clear goals and kind feedback can increase motivation in remote workers.
The 7th word is feedback.
Feedback is information about how someone is performing. He gives regular feedback on video calls so people know how they are doing.
Number 8 is collaboration.
Collaboration means working together to create something. Virtual social events can support collaboration across locations and time zones.
Next is stress.
Stress is mental or emotional pressure. Remote leaders must notice signs of stress and offer support early.
And our final word is transformation.
Transformation is a complete change. Strong soft skills can lead to a complete transformation in how a remote team works together.
That brings us to the end of our list and the end of our lesson.
It has been a pleasure discussing this with you.
That's it for today. Remember, every minute you spend listening is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and join our learning community. Before you go, I have a challenge for you. Write one new word you learned today in the comment field below. I will see you at our next episode at SteadyStep English.